the back of a very good Raw. It was kind of average until we got to the last hour, but then that last hour was absolutely brilliant. So high hopes for SmackDown Live. The only problem is when you get a good Raw, tend to get a bad SmackDown, so I'm kind of hoping that's not the case. I'm kind of hoping they can buck that trend, and we can have a very entertaining SmackDown Live. A couple of very interesting matches in the King of the Ring. Obviously, we should hear from Bayley as well about what happened last night. One of my favourite moments of the year. That might sound weird, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it was done so well. I really did. I really did. So that heel turn, absolutely fantastic. Of course, Firefly Funhouse. We need to talk about the fact, have any of you got the AEW Championship, right? Let's get that out there right now. If anyone knows where it is, can you please put your hand... Not that I can see you putting your hand up, but still. Can you own up to it, please, so we can get it back to its rightful owner? Because the AEW Championship has been stolen. I think Cal W actually just sent me some information before we went live. Sadly, there is a second championship. They made two. So one has been stolen, but they do have a spare, a backup. I wonder if that's called like the BEW Championship, like the backup championship. But they do have one. So Jericho does have a belt, but one of the funniest stories I've read in a long time. How fantastic that the AEW Championship has gone missing. That's apparently real. There's a police report. Some of you joining might not have heard this story yet, but apparently it's legit. It only got like revealed or actually given out on Saturday. And that's it. It's made a break for freedom. It had a little bit of a taste of the real world, and it liked it. It wanted to stay out there. It's gone all home alone, like Lost in New York. So absolutely brilliant. Days, I was so scared when Bray said, "See you in hell." Also, the only reason Bayley turned heel was because she was desperate to be friends with Sasha. I gotta be honest, I was going to do a video on that today, but so much going on. I mean, the past 24 hours have been absolutely insane. What with Raw and Funhouse, the Bayley heel turn, AEW Championship going missing. Now we're here at SmackDown as well. Like, I wanted to talk about Ramblin' Rabbit and why he's asking for help. I wanted to talk about Bray Wyatt and the pain that he's feeling. I wanted to talk about Bayley and why she turned heel. And there just wasn't enough time to do all of those videos. So in regards to Bayley turning heel, I think there's a few reasons. One of them could be so that she's reunited with Sasha. They are best friends. If Sasha's going to turn heel, then maybe, Bayley's just nothing more than a sheep. And so she has to follow. So, it could be for that reason. It could also be that Bayley feels the same frustration. Like, she is SmackDown Women's Champion right now, but you could argue the spotlight is a lot brighter on Becky. It's not Bayley that's on the front cover of the video game, and she's champion as well. I know these things are planned like ages in the past, like that would have been planned a long time ago, but in kind of kayfabe, you could argue that it's only just been shown. So Why has Bayley not been put on the front cover? Bayley's a champion. So I kind of feel like there's a real story there about, she shares the same frustrations as Sasha, but not only that, maybe even more so, because she keeps being overshadowed by Becky, even though she is a champion. So I do think there's a few storylines that they can kind of tell. I fully expect to get an answer tonight. I think we will get an answer. So very much looking forward to that. Anna Dawes is here, not happy about Bayley doing the turn. She wanted to be out on her own and not under anyone's shadow. And now she's with Sasha. I don't get it. It's a really good point. That is a really good point. I gotta be honest, I didn't see it coming. So I was very excited when it happened because I love surprises like that, and it's quite interesting then to think about where are we going. But you do make an excellent point. She wanted to go out on her own. She's now turned heel. Seems to be siding with Sasha again. I suppose the only saving grace would be that Bayley is on SmackDown and Sasha is on Raw. And I do wonder if they're now going to, as we approach this Fox deal, keep the brands separate. So maybe this is just establishing Bayley as a heel before the brands do go their separate ways. Of course, we could get a draft, a superstar shakeup that could change everything. So it's really hard to know. But yeah, an excellent point. Any predictions on what The Undertaker will do next week? I think The Undertaker is going to walk out next week slowly. I think it will be slowly. And I think he'll slowly make his way to the ring. He'll get into the ring with a microphone and he'll say, "For years, I've been taking souls. Rest in peace." Music will play and then he'll slowly walk away again. Anything above that, I think you're going into the realms of hopefulness. Because we've been down this road many, many times. You know, The Undertaker making these appearances for Raw 25 and things like that. And he just comes out, says a few words, and then he leaves again, you know. It would be awesome if The Fiend was to not even strike. He doesn't even need to strike. He just needs to be in the ring. Can you imagine if the lights go out and when they come back up, The Fiend is just standing there, looking at The Undertaker, just looking at him up and down, and you don't know what's going to happen. And there's just this face-to-face, and the crowd are like, do you know what I mean? You can feel it. They're like, "Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome." Do you know what I mean? And like the face-to-face, and maybe The Undertaker steps forward, and The Fiend steps forward, and they get right here. And then we go to commercial. Something along those lines, that would be absolutely fine. Don't even need to lay the Fiend out, definitely don't need to lead the Fiend out. Don't even need to lay the Undertaker out. Just that moment. Oh, you can taste it, can't you? Oh. Days, I heard that it's Undertaker versus Anders the Giant. Anders is one of the greatest ballerinas of all time. I don't think the Undertaker would be able to keep up with Anders. He's just very nimble. Very nimble. The Fiend will attack next week. R-Truth mistakes the AEW title for the 24/7 championship and takes it. Days, I'd put Hardys and Dana Brooke to NXT. Damian Priest to SmackDown Live. Disputed Era to Raw. What are your thoughts on that? And please pray for me as I live in Florida. Oh, yes, well, for my good friends in Florida, please, please, please stay safe. Yeah, I know that sounds stupid, but if you've got to leave the stream and, you know, I don't even know we don't really have these kinds of storms in the UK, so I can't even advise. I'm sure they're giving you advice anyway. If they're telling you to leave the area, then I would definitely listen. And you guys probably know better. Well, you do. There's no probably. You guys know better than me. We just don't have those kinds of storms here. Or if we do, they're very, very rare. So I'm sure the government are giving out all of the advice. It's a nasty looking storm. You know, it's not often that we hear about storms in America over here in the UK. It's got to be pretty nasty, pretty big. It's got to be doing some damage for it to be making it onto our news. And it's all over the news here. So yeah, please, please, please stay safe. Listen to whatever you are being told. Even if it means you got to miss out on the stream. Do you know what I mean? Even if you've got to step away, I will forgive you this once. Days, did you see Sarah run into the wall last night? Did I see Sarah run into the wall? What? What are you on about, Cal? Sarah who? Sarah Logan? Sarah Short that joins us on the chats? I to answer your question, no, I did not. What is that in reference to? Shout out to Adam David, says, what is happening tonight? We have got Elias versus someone. Is it Chad? I wrote it down. In fact, I had to jot it down for the description in this. Let me go back to it because my memory is awful. We've got Ali versus Elias. Chad Gable versus Andrade. We should obviously get more information about the Roman Reigns storyline, of course. Daniel Bryan slapping the face of Rowan last week. And also we should get some news from Bayley. I think they'll probably play the Firefly Funhouse from Raw on tonight's show. I would guess. I don't know. I don't think we'll get The Fiend this week. I think The Fiend might attack or show up next week for Undertaker. Big week next week. So huge. I mean, next week you've got on Raw Stone Cold and then Undertaker on SmackDown. So, tasty. Shout out to John Winchester. The Hurricane is downgraded to a Category 2. It's also stalled over the Bahamas. Well, that's good news. I mean, obviously, bad news for the Bahamas. I know they got hit really hard, so you just want it to be over, don't you? I just want it to be over for everyone. Hey Days, do you Bray saying that Seth and Braun took something from him, meaning the Raw tag titles? No, I don't. The reason why I don't is because he said in a previous life they took something from him. So he's not referring to now. He's referring to a previous life now. He could make up a whole story about like previous lives and when they were down in developmental, or he could come up with conjure something up, yeah? If it's going to be main roster based, there's two things at the moment. There's only two things that I'm seeing that it could be. One, the top spot, which is what was in my video earlier. So it could be that Seth has been the chosen one. He was chosen by the Authority. Bray Wyatt begrudges that. He then, he brought in Braun Strowman. Braun got drafted to Raw. All of a sudden now he's getting main event matches. He's getting Universal Championship matches. He's winning Greatest Royal Rumbles. He's winning, he's winning everything. He's winning Money in the Bank. Bray Wyatt was just trapped in a world of 50-50 booking. Bray Wyatt had one WWE Championship run that lasted for 40-odd days. And then I think he was like tag champion with Matt Hardy. It was like, and maybe tag champion with Randy Orton. But singles-wise, one WWE Championship reign, which isn't bad. But that character, I think, if you were watching wrestling around that time, one of our biggest frustrations was how badly Bray Wyatt was being booked. Like, we were just pleading for it to change. I still don't know why. I don't know why they booked him so bad. He faced Cena, lost. Faced Undertaker, lost. Faced Orton, lost. Faced Rock in like a little throwaway 2-second thing. Got embarrassed. Like, his WrestleMania history is atrocious. It is horrific. That's his WrestleMania history. So, I feel like it's top spot that was taken from him. If it's not that, then it could be the Wyatt family. I'm still not 100% sold on it, but there's an argument that Seth, broke up the Wyatt family along with the Shield in 2015. And then you could argue that in 2017, the fact that Braun left made the Wyatt family weaker, and then Randy Orton joined, and then they broke up again. So there is an argument that they broke up the Wyatt family, but it's not a very strong one. So I'm not sure. Those are the only two things I can think that it would be. Days, I think the guy that attacked Bret Hart stole the AEW Championship. That would be amazing. Infinity Ash, hey Days, who do you think attacked Roman? Well, to be honest, for a long time I've always thought that it was Daniel Bryan and Rowan. I always thought it was those guys. And then when the lookalike was revealed, I was kind of even more convinced because they were trying to throw Roman off the scent. So it's very interesting to know, is Daniel telling the truth? Did he know anything about this? I've heard a rumor. I've not seen this confirmed, that Roman's going to try and prove that Daniel was driving the car that crashed into him, which would then mean that Daniel was a liar. So I mean, look, house shows at the moment, I think, are Daniel Bryan against Roman Reigns. Feel like this is building towards something. Obviously, it's a big, big storyline. So, I don't know. I just can't see it turning out to be anyone else at this stage. I think it will just turn out to have been Daniel all along. Jay Stratus is here. I bet you stole the AEW belt. Joking, my friend. I tell you what, I would as well. It's a shame that someone didn't steal the women's AEW belt, because that is average at best. Not a nice looking title. So yeah, I really, I would. If I had the opportunity, I would steal the AEW championship. I think it looks great. And I bet it's worth a bit as well. Not that I'm condoning stealing, but look, it's hilarious. I'm sorry, it's hilarious. Someone has stolen the AEW championship literally days after it was first won. Incredible. Peter Cry, shout out to you. Chalmers saying the only thing I got was that Seth and Braun were on the same team when Bray lost with SmackDown Live back at Survivor Series in 2016. It would be weird if it was that. I mean, it could be. I mean, did that deny him something as a result of him losing? You know, did he lose out on a title opportunity or something like that? So, gotta be honest, there's nothing that's like blindingly obvious. But that's what makes it more fascinating, isn't it? That's what makes it so interesting. I would argue Bray's losses have helped him now. You could argue that, but we have had to go through something pretty extraordinary to get to where we are. Had Bray have beaten Cena and had the Wyatt family been kept strong, then that could have worked. We wouldn't needed to have gone down the Funhouse road. It really has taken one of the most impressive, most original, most out there ideas I've ever seen WWE commit to. I mean, just take last night. You have seen an evil Vince McMahon puppet get fed dollar bills whilst it snorts like a pig and sniffs around like a dog. Those noises were added in. If you go back and listen, you can hear like as Bray is waving the money in front of him, you've got like dog sniffing sounds, and as he's eating the notes, they've put in like pigs eating sounds. It's just, I mean, it's taken things to that extreme. It's taken like horror masks and the Firefly Funhouse and months of building to fix the poor booking that he had to go through. So I understand what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. It has helped now. But it's taken an awful lot to turn it around. It's taken something I've never seen before. Absolutely incredible. Days Wire, Liv Morgan and Finn Balor bold. Well, we don't know that Liv is. We know that Balor is. He just fancied a bit of a change, I think. Enzo and Big Cass took the AEW title and have held it ransom in hopes of getting AEW contracts. Days is awesome. Grimkeeper 81 Ray. A, you're delusional, but B, thank you very much as well. Shout out to Keith Lewis. What do you think is better, AEW or NXT? I've always been a big fangirl for NXT. I will continue to support that brand. It's just never let me down. I mean, you watch shows that are okay, but I don't think I've ever seen, outside of those video package ones that they do, building up towards a takeover, I don't think I've ever seen a bad episode or something that I could call a bad episode of NXT. And then the takeovers are just next level, aren't they? I mean, takeovers just seem to get better and better and better. I mean, you're talking about some of my favourite ever matches have taken places on takeovers. I mean, as great as Walter versus Tyler Bate was, and it was, I would still happily argue that Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate from TakeOver Chicago was better. That's honestly one of my all-time favourite matches. I think what that did for the UK wrestling scene, I don't think will really ever be fully appreciated. But to do that on that platform, in front of that audience, absolutely incredible. And what a match. And it won NXT Match of the Year for 2017, wasn't it? And yeah, they just keep delivering. So for me, AEW has got a little bit of a soft underbelly. You look at the women's division. I mean, look at the first match for that women's championship. Riho against Nyla Rose. It's not the most exciting match in the world, is it? Riho weighs about the same as Peter the Cringe Bear. Like, literally, she's all of 90 pounds. And then Nyla Rose, who has been losing matches but manages to win a battle royal, now finds herself in a championship match. I think the women's division has been booked terribly, really poor, really not good at all. I don't know if there's been problems with bringing people in, or plans have had to change, like Smiley, Kylie Ray leaving and things like that. But women's division in AEW is not great. The men's division is okay, but I really didn't like Cody beating Shawn Spears. I really felt like they needed to build up Shawn Spears. I don't understand why MJF didn't have a match at All Out. That's bizarre. I wasn't a fan of Chris Jericho winning the title. I was very vocal about that it should have been Hangman Page, brand new star. You've still got Chris Jericho. So people will tune in to watch Chris Jericho, but they would also then be watching this brand new champion. So it just seemed to make sense to me to have two reasons to tune in, rather than putting the title on Chris Jericho, who's now gone and lost it. So, I'm not saying I told you so, but I knew this was going to happen. If the title had been put on Hangman Page, he would not have lost the belt, okay? So, it's your own fault. So, yeah, for me, it's not... even the men's division has got talent. Can't say I'm blown away with how it's been used. The saving grace for AEW is the tag division. It's the best tag division in wrestling. I mean, you've got Lucha Bros, you've got Young Bucks, you've got Private Party, you've got the experience of SCU. I mean, if Best Friends have now recruited Orange Cassidy, count me in. Count me in. So, yeah, proper excited about their tag division. Women's division needs work. Days, if Baron Corbin wins King of the Ring, we will riot. We really will. Daryl's videos, I will be with you. Days, I think other YouTube account got hidden. Please unhide DJ Ninja WOW. I think other YouTube, if it is, it would take me too long to look at that now, dude. Way too long. There's, I don't go hiding accounts, but if it has been taken down, then there would be a reason for it. That's it. That's all I know. Now that Bayley is heel, do you think Charlotte will be a face? I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now. Bayley, heel. Sasha, heel. Charlotte, heel. Becky, whatever. Turn her heel at some point. Bring in Ronda Rousey. Do you do 4 horsewomen? Badass heel WWE stable taking on Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Jessamine Duke, Marina Shafir. I mean, don't forget those 3 women, Shayna, Marina, Jessamine, they're all going to get TV time now. They're on NXT. They're going to be seen by millions. So all of a sudden, you ain't got to worry about this not being a high-profile match or people not knowing who some of these wrestlers are. They're gonna get exposure. They're gonna be seen. So I suppose it's just about convincing Ronda. So I wonder if some of this is about putting pieces in place for that feud. Orange Cassidy is ratings. Definitely. Repo Man stole the AEW championship. I hope that's true. Days Clash of Champions is on my birthday. Very cool, dude. Tom the Titan, shout out to you. Days must be ashamed of me for losing the title last night. That's that he won't let me see tonight's live stream. What do you mean, dude? You're here, aren't you? What's happening? What's happening in the world? I'm putting you in the tag match, so we might as well get to that now. I've got so far Code Wyatt, Wolfpack. I did see someone before we went live say they were going to issue a challenge. I think it was Balor Club. It was Balor Club. Balor Club. Okay, let's do a quick poll. And I'll put one more team in, and then we will do that now. So, the 12th person that gives me the word heel. 12th person that gives me the word heel. I will put you in the poll right now. James Charles stole the AEW Championship. I do know of that person, but I don't really know. Does he do makeup or something? I think he does makeup, doesn't he? Fashion? I don't know. Here we go. Looking for the 12th person, and then I'll put you in the poll. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Someone just asked if I had a shave. I did. Just tidy it up a little bit. I like to look presentable for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Well done to Joshua Pilchman. Joshua Pilchman. So, Joshua Pilchman, can you tell me the name of your team, please? I'll let you pick your partners. After, you can have 2 partners, so you can have a team of 3, including yourself. So, well done to Joshua Pilchman. We're about to do a pretty epic tag team poll. Wolfpack have been champions for like 2.5 months. Code Wyatt won a shot. Balor Club won a shot. Joshua Pilchman has just won the opportunity. So, let's see where we go from here. When SmackDown goes to Fox, it is on my birthday. Birthdays everywhere, isn't there? Birthdays everywhere. You're glitching. Am I? Ooh. Should be okay. I have no idea why. Everything seems to be alright. If you are watching as well and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe because you can see on the scroll along the bottom, as soon as we get to 750, we will do a figure giveaway. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe because we're going to do a Wheel of Fun in about 15 minutes. But when we get another 22 subs, then we will do a figure giveaway. I'm starting to think about doing them like every 250 subs or something like that. Just a nice way to celebrate those milestones. So, yeah, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. Right, okay, let's go over to here. I can see Joshua's just told me the name of his team, which is Venom, which is a cool name. So let's get this poll up. We're going to set it for about 15 minutes. Should mean that the poll will end just as we do a Wheel of Fun. So Venom are in. Balor Club are in. Code Wyatt are in. And of course the champs. The champs that run the camps. Where's the thing? There it is. Who should be live stream tag champs? Boom. There we go. 15 minutes. That poll should be going up very soon. Is it up? Is it in the box? There we go. Bing, 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 bing. So, Venom, Balor Club, Code Wyatt, Wolfpack. That poll is up for the next 15 minutes. And will we get new champions? Will the champions retain? Let's wait and see. I subbed. Can I have a figure, please? I would love to have one. It's my birthday too. Happy birthday to you, Gavin. We will do a figure giveaway in 20 more subs time. So hopefully you can be victorious there. Good evening, Days. Are we getting to the 750 mark tonight? So proud of the channel. Can't wait for the show to start. Thank you very much, dude. Not sure. I've told people about it. I don't want to keep banging on about it. So I think people are now fully aware. Days, you are in a 2K19 match versus Kurt Hawkins. Brilliant. I fancy my chances there. I think I've got a good chance in that. The champs will fall. Really loved your theories about Bray being trapped inside the Fiend's mind. That is new wrestling revolution. Thank you very much, dude. I can tell you it. I mean, look, I'm fully aware that it's an out there theory. It's very, very difficult for people to get on board with that because, you know, how can you see into someone's mind? But I did a video not long ago kind of really looking at the supernatural things that have happened in wrestling, and there are quite a few examples. So compared to those, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. You know, I mean, you've got The Undertaker that can throw lightning out of his hands and have it crashing down onto the ring and all of this kind of stuff. Or he can, you know, after Royal Rumble where he gets lifted into the heavens and we actually saw him going up into the heavens after he got defeated by Yokozuna. There's quite a few examples like that. So it is out there, but it's a theory that fits for me at the moment. I'm not saying it is what's happening. You know, there's lots of theories out there. We've done lots of theory videos, but it's good to just have a think about, isn't it? And just kind of make up your own mind what you think's going on. Days said we are getting to the 250 mark. Good. Days can have a championship match. There's one underway already. Kira's stolen the AEW championship. Very cool. Can I email you to add to your theory? Yeah, you can do. Yep, email away. Days just on Twitter, Roman and Rowan at Clash of Champions. Okay, cool. I'd be into that. Days, do you see Jeff Hardy getting another main title push? No. I think he's too injury prone now. Thoughts on Casey Catanzaro and Kylie Ray leaving? I heard that both are due to injuries. So apparently Casey Catanzaro has got, I don't know if it's like back problems. Cal W might know. He's the man in the know. But I've heard that both are injury related. So it's not that they're jumping ship to a different promotion. It's just that their bodies don't seem to be able to keep going at the pace that they want them to or need them to. I think both superstars requested the release. So, yeah, it's really sad news. Really sad news. Big Dog, wow, look at this. Orange donation, ring the bell. I've said it before, when we get donations, they go straight back into the channel. The fact that we do figure giveaways and any kind of giveaways, like the slam attacks, all that kind of stuff, it's all thanks to the donations that we receive. I can tell you that stuff costs more than the donations we receive, but I would never ask for donations. But that's why, you know, look at what Big Dog's just done for the community there, which is why that is huge, not for the channel, but for the community. So, big shout out, massive shout out. Thank you very much. In fact, I will put Big Dog into a championship for that. So we will do the championship later. We will do, so Aka by Sackersby will be defending a little bit later on, and Big Dog will absolutely be in the hunt for that championship. So thank you, dude. Said, do we expect anything big tonight? Do we expect anything big tonight? Short answer, no. I don't expect anything big. I think that we will get a continuation of the Roman storyline. We could get a reveal that Daniel was driving the car. It could be revealed that Daniel was a part of this, even though he's claiming that he wasn't. I don't know if you would class that as big, but I could see that happening. Of course, we're going to get King of the Ring progression as well. We'll likely hear from Bayley. I'm not expecting The Fiend. And no rumours or anything of any big superstars or anything. That's all coming next week. So what I think you're going to get, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's going to be a bad show. I think the two matches that have been announced sound really good, actually, the King of the Ring matches. So I've got high hopes. It's always good to see Chad Gable. I just really like him as a wrestler. I think he's a great wrestler. You got Ali in there. You got Andrade in there. Yeah, you got Elias in there. But I think there's enough, honestly, for this to be a solid SmackDown show. So really excited. Really, really excited about it. And again, you know, thank you so much for that kind donation. It really makes a big difference. So really appreciate it, dude. See Wrestling, morning to you, my friend. Liv Morgan will be Abby the Witch. In regards to Liv Morgan, I've said it a few times. I'll say it again. I really don't want her anywhere near the Firefly Funhouse. I hate, and I've always hated the idea of her being involved in this, because I've never been a big fan of hers. I think that's known. I've nothing against her as a person, but I just always felt she was rushed, brought up as part of the Riot Squad. Her character was so annoying with the blue tongue and riding on the back of Sarah Logan and all of this. And, you know, unsurprisingly, she's broken out onto her own now, and now they're not interested in her because she was part of Riot Squad, and that was it. That was it. That's why she got brought up. And now she's out on her own. They're kind of like, well, I don't know what to do with her. So now she's having this repackage. There's nothing I've seen so far that makes me want Liv Morgan to be a part of the Firefly Funhouse. Nothing. I mean, the only thing is that her character was so childish, childlike, bratty. You could argue that would fit the Funhouse really well. So that's that. I mean, that's it. That is it. In regards to her in-ring ability, it's not the best. It's not the worst. I mean, she has definitely improved. But in-ring wise, I don't see it. A relationship between Liv and Bray. I don't mean like romantic. I just mean a friendship or whatever. I don't see them as similar people. I don't think they would have anything in common. I don't see them hanging out with each other. I feel like Bray would probably hang out with Rowan. You know, behind the scenes, he would hang out with Braun. He would hang out with Luke Harper. He ain't gonna hang out with Liv Morgan. So I don't know. I don't know if she would properly buy into it, if she would get it. I've got more concerns than I have about her. You know, I just don't want her anywhere near it. But all of that being said, someone sent. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember, but someone sent me a message saying, Give it a chance. We never know. And you know, I read it and I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's me being an old man moaning and complaining. You just don't know, do you? She could be absolutely fantastic for it if they were to do it. But as I'm sat here right now, I would be very, very concerned about it. I just don't. It just doesn't seem to work for me. Did you hear about Kevin Hart? I did hear about Kevin Hart. Yes, my friend. The Drawing and Gaming Hub, thank you very much as well, my friend. I know that you send through a lot of donations, so really do appreciate that as well. So big shout out to the Drawing and Gaming Hub, who says, I need to get to this message. Days, I don't know if you know, but I'm a huge Jericho fan, and to know that someone has the AEW title other than... Jumped off screen. I was just mid-flow then. That's how big the message was. Couldn't cope with it. Let me go back. I need to do Wheel of Fun in a second. Brandon Phillips, thank you very much, my friend. Really appreciate the support. Shout out to Brandon Phillips, the legend. The Drawing and Gaming Hub says, Days, I don't know if you know, but I'm a huge Jericho fan, and to know that someone has the AEW title other than him infuriates me. Is that a new shirt? What, is this a new shirt that I'm wearing? No, this is a Wrestling Day shirt. An official Wrestling Day shirt that got designed at the end of last year. Took all year to get made and put out there, and now it's out there. I've done literally nothing to promote it. So I need to do better at being a YouTuber. But yeah, they're available on Amazon and at Urban Species right now. So yeah, there are official Wrestling Day shirts. This is the white one, and it's pretty cool. Doesn't say wrestling or days anywhere apart from like down here, and that apparently says days in like Japanese because I'm cool and hip. I'm a hipster. I'm a hipster now, people. I'm a hipster. La 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 la. Right, let's go back up. Where am I? Let's go to this. I'm getting ever so confused. Am I missing any here? Brandon Phillips. Okay, shout out to you. Shout out to the big dog. Who is Orange Cassidy? Orange Cassidy is a legend, dude. Big dog, did you drop another one? Big dog, did you drop another? I'm getting confused now. I don't know if I've seen us drop a second one. Dude, if you have you absolutely lost your mind? What is going on? What is happening? I don't even know what's going on. Like, the super chats are now taking over. This is bizarre. Mark William is here as well. Now there's people saying they're in drag. I've got lag. Mark William is here. Big dog, did you make a mistake? Because I feel like there might be a way to refund that. If so, people are saying there's lag. Right. This is Jeff Hardy's first major injury other than the addiction issues. I'd like to see tag champ and IC champ. Major lag. Why have we got major lag? A legend doesn't complain much. Right. Why have we got major lag? Let's have a look. That's okay. I don't like this as much as you don't. Days, fix the lag. How do you fix lag? How do you fix lag? Let me have a look. I will investigate. Everything seems to be okay. Honestly, I don't know. Perhaps it's just like a really bad connection or something. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, there's a little bit of rain, but there's no storms or anything. Big dog, what are you doing, dude? You don't need to drop another one. You don't need, stop, please stop. Don't need to keep dropping another one. It's better now. Okay, cool. Shout out to Big Dog. Thank you very much, dude. Really do appreciate it. People saying frozen, people saying all good, people saying it's better. I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. I haven't done anything. It just seems to have gone. Days has disappeared. It's all good now. What is happening? Maybe this is something to do with YouTube. Maybe this is something to do with YouTube. Everything my end looks exactly the same as it always is. If you're saying that there's a bit of lag, I've got people in the chat saying that it's glitching. I've got people in the chat saying that it's all good. So some people are saying it's good. Some people are saying it's lagging. Some people are saying it's disappearing. Seems like we've got some issues. I mean, the only thing that I could do would be to stop the stream and restart the stream. But to be honest, we're not doing anything any different than what we always do. The Wi-Fi strength seems to be absolutely fine this end. Everything seems to be fine. So it's lag. See if you are getting any kind of issues. If you jump off and try and come back on, and then see if it is making any difference. People saying lag again. I'm wondering if it's got anything to do with YouTube and if it's got anything to do with the storm, or I don't know. I'm only speculating because everything is absolutely normal and as it always is this end. I've got no tabs open or anything crazy happening. I think it's just that you got too many super chats. Do you know what? Joking aside, it could be. That's the most super chats we've ever got in, like, ever. Which is absolutely amazing. Again, shout out to Big Dog. Shout out to Mark William, who I don't think I properly read his comment. Said, this is Jeff Hardy's first major injury Other than addiction issues, I'd like to see a tag champ and IC champ one more time. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I said he's having too many injuries. I suppose I'm referring to his time away, and a lot of that, you're right, was addictions and personal issues. But he's coming towards the end of his career. It's been very stop-start. They did try him on a solo run, and it kind of was connecting, and his figure sales were fantastic. But I don't think his YouTube views and all of that were really quite there. His match quality wasn't quite there. And I mean, look, if they want to put a mid-card title on him, I can totally support that. But I think the days of him being a world champion are done. I really do. Shout out to Gavin. Venom. What did Venom win? With Bayley as heel, do you think Sasha, Bayley, and Charlotte will form a group, or will Charlotte turn face? No, I feel like we could be building towards four horsewomen. I don't think the three of them are going to build a group, because there's the four horsewomen, and I think things might start getting confusing if there was like Charlotte, Sasha, and Bayley. Plus, they're on different brands, and you've got SmackDown moving to Fox. I think they've got a lot of talent that could maybe benefit from being a face. Like, I don't know, you could do Ruby Riott as a face, you know, when she comes back, or Liv Morgan when she returns, she could be a face. You could do Liv Morgan Bayley, Liv Morgan Charlotte, you know, Naomi. Maybe by moving Bayley and Sasha out of the way, I mean, they're going to be prominent, but they're going to be heels. You know, does it open up the likes for Naomi now to kind of come back into the fold? Does it open it up for Carmella to come back in? I mean, they weren't getting any screen time because Sasha, Bayley, well, not Sasha so much, of course, but Becky, Bayley, they were all getting the spotlight. Turning them heel, maybe it just opens it up for some other people now, you know? Shout out to Monica King. Shout out to Sarah. Jericho had a little bit too much of the bubbly and lost the AEW title. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. We've got new championship winners, by the way. This is absolutely monumental. I can't stress that enough. Wolfpack had been champions for 2.5 months, but they have now been defeated. It is now Venom that are the tag live stream tag team champions. Very well done to Joshua Pilchman, who has emerged victorious there out of nowhere, defeated our champions who had been champions for 2.5 months. Real drama happening. Past 10 minutes have been insane. Brandon Phillips says, Undertaker versus Fiend, WrestleMania 36. I would do it. I would do that. I think you could have The Fiend win the title at Hell in a Cell. You can have Randy finally get the better of Kofi. At some point, could either be Clash of Champions or Hell in a Cell. And then that puts you on a collision course. Fiend versus Orton at Survivor Series. And then you could do Fiend versus Undertaker. It could be like Undertaker has a final shot at the title or something like this, and Fiend puts him away. And yeah, I don't know. I really would go down that path. If they're going to put the title on the Fiend, they cannot take it off him for a long time. He has got to have a lengthy title run. There's a lot of concern online that if they put the title on the Fiend, they'll have him drop it very soon. They can't do that. They absolutely can't do that. I'll be the first to call it out and say that it's absolutely trash if they do that. For now, I think... I've said online, I think The Fiend is a continuation of Bray Wyatt. I think it makes perfect sense for them to put the title onto The Fiend because Bray never got those opportunities. Now he's going to get those opportunities because The Fiend is making money for Vince. The Fiend wants to hurt people. Tick. Bray wants opportunities and titles. Tick. Vince McMahon wants money. Tick. Everyone's winning. Literally everyone's winning. Give him a lengthy title run, establish the character, have him beat a few people, get a bit of revenge on people. The fans will be on board as well. So I don't see the issue with it. I really don't see the issue with it. So I'm on board with Fiend versus Orton at Survivor Series, Fiend Undertaker at WrestleMania. Me and Brian Shaffer want a rematch for the tag titles or WWE Championship triple threat. Days Grimm stole the AEW Championship. He just uploaded it. I doubt that's true. I love Grimm, but I doubt that's true. Brothers of Destruction is challenging Venom for the tag team titles. We're not having people calling people out. I only did it for Bray Wyatt fan because I didn't get a chance to do it the other day. But yeah, the last thing we've got is time to be putting up loads of different polls. So I definitely don't want to be encouraging that. Smackdown will be 2 out of 10 tonight because Raw was so good. That was the concern from earlier. I do want to do a Wheel of Fun, but I'm just a little bit worried about the lag. If the lag is still there and people are having issues, then maybe this isn't the best time to do the Wheel of Fun. I honestly don't know. Shout out for your sister. People are asking for Wheel of Fun. The second the Fiend loses his mystique, it is completely gone. Well, I believe that WWE know how to book this character. They did a great job with The Undertaker. I think they've done a faultless job with The Fiend since he debuted and since the Funhouse started back in April. There hasn't been anything to suggest that they're going to mess this up. I mean, yeah, it's WWE. Yes, it's Vince McMahon. Yes, there's always potential for it to be messed up. But there's nothing to suggest that is what's going to happen. So let's wait and see. Let's see how it plays out. Brett Lanning says, Days, can you review movies? Maybe wrestling ones, but outside of that, I don't really get a great deal of time to watch anything else. I normally get a chance to watch 1 or 2 other shows outside of wrestling, and I have to be very specific about what I'm watching. At the moment I am watching Euphoria, which is like a HBO show, which I'm really enjoying. I watched episode 6 last night, so I've got 2 episodes to go on that. And I don't know what I'll watch after that, to be honest, but yeah, I have to be very selective with what I spend my time on. Monica King Days, thanks for the shout out. No worries, dude. No worries at all. Wheel of Fun. Okay, we can try and do... let's try and do it. It feels like whatever issues we were going through appear to have been gone and resolved. I will be very interested to watch this back and see what it looks like watching it back for me. Because sitting here right now, that I haven't had any issues. But let's wait and see. So... let me chuck in championship. People keep asking for championship opportunities. Let me put it back into the wheel. We've only got 5 minutes. I don't have long. The pressure is on. This hour always, absolutely always races away. Can't believe it. Can't believe how fast it goes. Absolutely flies. There we go. Save that. Right, it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Not the strongest voice. I mean, I don't have the strongest voice anyway, but man, after NXT UK on Saturday, AEW Saturday night, Raw yesterday, now we're at SmackDown. I think it's all a little bit wobbly. We've got another super chat that we need to read. Let's go to it now. So shout out to Big Dog for the super chat party. So we're having a super chat party. So thank you to Big Dog. Thank you to the Drawing and Gaming Hub. I can still see those are on screen. And Christopher Kitchen. I'm definitely going to call my kitchen Christopher going forward. Started watching your figure hunts with my son. Now one of my favourite YouTubers. Is it inevitable that Bray will recruit a new family via via The Fiend. That's a really, really good point. There's a lot of rumors about Liv Morgan, and I was just saying that I'm not a fan of that idea. Obviously, we don't know what's happening with Luke Harper as well. I kind of thought that we might have seen him return by now, but there's every chance that Luke Harper could be involved in this. Liv Morgan could be involved in this. A lot of people thought Eric Young and Nikki Cross, when we first saw the Funhouse, would be involved in this. It looks like Nikki Cross won't be, but maybe, Brilliant. What I wanted. Great. Okay. We have got 3 minutes. So what I will do is I will do forfeit when we get to the first commercial break. So it landed on forfeit. As soon as we get to the first commercial break, then I will move on to that. I don't even know. I'll have to have a look and see what we've got, but it's bound to be awful. So there we go. Brilliant. Forfeit. Lovely way to start the day. So yes, in answer to Christopher Kitchen, I think we could see a new family eventually. I don't think there's any kind of rush for that. It could be that, you know, if the Fiend becomes champion and feels like it needs a bit of backup, maybe. I do like the idea of, like, people representing the puppets. I know a lot of people really want, say, Liv Morgan to be Abby the Witch. And I think she did even tweet out, "Let me live." Kind of a lot of people thinking that had a reference to "Let me in." Let me live, L-I-V. We'll have to wait and see kind of where it goes with that. That's why a lot of people got excited. But yeah, really, really good point. And thank you very much for the kind words and the support, dude. Really appreciate it. Say hello to your son, who I'm guessing is called Peter Pantry or something like that. So we've had Christopher Kitchen and little Peter Pantry. Days is trying to escape. Yes, I'm trying to escape this stream. You might find that just before we get to the first commercial break, it might all go a bit laggy again and I might disappear, and that definitely won't be on purpose, just so I can get out of the forfeit. Enjoy SmackDown. Thank you very much, Jody Briscoe. Shout out to you. Hey, Days Grim made a video saying he stole the AEW Championship because his friends get booked on AEW. What do you think? I think Grim is awesome. I'm a big fan of Grim. There wouldn't be a Wrestling Days if it wasn't for him. And I wish him all the best. That is it. That's what I think. Hey, Days, did you see that Bellator fighter uses the walls of Jericho to tap out? I did not, Adam Cram. That's awesome. That's a lot of fun. Very, very cool. Best match tonight, Days versus Toxic Wastes. Ugh! Right, let's get rid of these countdown tings. Dun 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 dun. Love is all I bring. Let's get rid of the countdown ting. Right, we are going over to SmackDown Live, baby. Yeah. September the 2nd, 2019 will forever be known as the day Huggermania died. Huggermania? Oh, here we go. So we're starting SmackDown with a little recap of what went down on Raw. Does that mean that Bayley is going to start the show? Do you think Bayley's going to come out? Days, how do you think tonight's SmackDown is going to be? I think it will be a strong average. That's my prediction. I don't think there'll be anything that spectacular or that surprising. I think we're coming off the back of an eventful Raw. And honestly, I'm not really expecting a great deal from SmackDown, so we're going to have to wait and see. But I think matches will be good. I think there'll be a little bit of Summit. And I think it'll be solid. I think it'll be absolutely fine. Christopher Kitchen, again, what about if Bray took control of Finn's demon after giving him his first defeat? Well, that would imply that Finn would then be a part of the Funhouse. Finn would, like, join the Fiend, wouldn't he? So quite interesting. Do we think that Finn would let Bray in? I gotta be honest, I've got a few concerns about Finn's social media because social media is a very important aspect these days. And Finn Balor likes going out, having a drink. He's hanging out with his missus, and I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know. I know they're actors, if you will. They're real people that have real lives. But it's such an important gimmick. I don't know. I feel like there could be something there, but I would have reservations. If I'm being honest, I would have reservations. I think I would rather see Finn join the OC. I think that's a better fit for Finn. I feel like the OC... I don't know why the OC lost the other day. That was terrible. Losing, was it yesterday? To the beginning of Raw. Hated that. Good idea, though. And again, thank you for the support. I'm not sure I would go that way. Bayley is starting the show. She's coming out. Same entrance music. Everything's the same. Okay, so I think she's going for the wacky inflatable. They're here. They're smiling. Bayley. Okay, this is weird. Everything's like the same. Nothing's changed. Why has nothing changed? Surely everything's changed. She's still smiling. She's still wearing a ring attire. She's still playing to the crowd. Yeah, so basically, she's giving it all of this. She's going through her same mannerisms. I mean, it is a bit weird, isn't it? We're getting Bayley versus Charlotte at Clash of Champions for the Women's Championship. Who are we meant to root for? We got heel versus heel. Maybe she's going to say that she hasn't turned heel. Perhaps she's going to say that she wanted to support Sasha. Lots of boos for Bayley. Couple of people applauding. This is a weird situation for Bayley to be in. I bet she must have wondered all day what the reaction was going to be like. There's a Becky chant. There's a Becky chant. This is interesting. This is why I love wrestling. She says, I don't get it. Why is that confusing? She says she's confused. She's like, I don't get it. This is really confusing. Why are you confused, Bayley? Everyone... This is a great reaction. He's like, what did you not see coming? She says that... There we go. She says that she's, like, basically loyal to Sasha. Sasha is Bayley's best friend. Nothing's changed. Oh, it's not going to work, mate. It's not going to work. She says she's trying to be a champion. She's going to give this her whole heart. Boos. Lots of boos. Says she's trying to make us feel like she did when she was a kid. Boo, Bayley is boring. Great point by Bayley. No heel turn. I think it's more interesting than a heel turn, actually. I think she's made a bad decision. She says that she couldn't turn her back on Sasha. She says that she's doing everything she can to put the title on the map. It's interesting. I really like it. I really like it. It's not just a straight out heel turn. She's not come out saying, you fans never believed in me and all that boring stuff that you would expect. I mean, people ain't going to buy this. If they're trying to sell it, if they're going to try and get us to cheer for Bayley, it ain't going to work. This is... Oh, Charlotte's music's hit. Let's hear from the Queen. Not the real Queen. The fake Queen. Hello, Walid. Hope you are well. She's the best. They are turning Charlotte face. Well, let's see. Charlotte's out, not in wrestling attire. She's in denim. Jacket. Not a denim jacket. Denim jeans. Normal, like, suit jacket kind of a thing. I don't know. I don't know fashion. It's casual Charlotte. Let's just put it that way. Casual Charlotte is here. James Hill. Bayley feels like more of an anti-face right now. Yeah, that's a really good point. I think she's trying to convince us that she's face, though. She's basically saying, look, nothing's changed. I'm still the same old Bayley, but I'm always going to side with Sasha. I think it's a bad decision that she's made. I think she's sided with Sasha. The crowd have turned on her because the crowd, you know, love Becky. Sasha's obviously come back as a heel. Bayley's aligned herself with Sasha, who's now a heel. And she's now finding herself in this really interesting place where she wants to be seen as a face, but she's not. Charlotte says she's the queen of selfishness. In my opinion, Charlotte's the worst of the four horsewomen. Daisy, is she wearing an undisputed era belt? Who? Charlotte? They even make undisputed era belts. Oh, I see what you mean. No, I don't believe so. Ooh, here comes the boss. Wild card count, 1. Old Blue Air is here. Here we go, look. Bayley's BFF. She's in wrestling attire as well. Sasha. So, it looks like Sasha's having a match. Looks like Bayley's having a match. Charlotte's not having a match. So, the first match is going to be a tag match. It's going to be Sasha and Bayley against who? Who do we think? Ooh, Charlotte, forearm smash to Bayley. Bayley goes down. Big boot, Bayley goes down again. Sasha in the ring. Sasha and Charlotte going at it. Charlotte goes down. Sasha goes down. She's throwing some forearm smashes, but Charlotte... Oh, chair again! Bayley loves that chair, doesn't she? I need Mattel to make me a figure of Bayley with just chairs. Millions of chairs. It's her weapon of choice now. She loves it. Bayley with a chair in her hand again. Say no to hugs. There's a sign in the crowd that says say no to hugs. And now she hands Sasha the chair. And I think now Sasha's gonna... Big smile on Bayley's face. Look at these two. It's got to feel good if you think about it. You've basically got the Boss and Hug connection taking out the women that were in WrestleMania main event. They've done it to Becky. They're doing it to Charlotte. If I was Ronda Rousey, I'd be like sleeping with one eye open just in case Sasha and Bayley burst into her bedroom with a chair. But there's definitely a story and a theme here. Angry that they were not in that main event. Angry that they were overlooked. I mean, granted, they were the first tag team champions, women tag team champions. There we go. Look, Sasha and Bayley embrace in the ring. Charlotte down in pain after getting battered by a chair. There ain't no stopping us now. There ain't no stopping us now. Bayley hates little girls now. She hasn't shown that. It's really interesting. There's a lot there to talk about. A lot to unpack. She still feels like she's the same person, but she's just always going to side with Sasha. Which is quite interesting. Right, so I think that was a good little opener. I was into that. We've got a face-to-face tonight. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. They're going to be face-to-face. Daniel Bryan demands an apology still. We've got King of the Ring. So we know the semi-final is Joe, Ricochet, and Corbin. Triple threat. And then on the other side, we've got Elias versus Ali. And we've got Gable versus Andrade. Chad Gable versus Andrade. What a match. What a match. Andrade always puts on great matches. Chad Gable has been waiting for an opportunity like this. But we're going to our first King of the Ring match. It's going to be Ali versus Elias. I hope Ali wins. I gotta be honest, I personally want Chad Gable to win the whole thing. Don't sleep on Chad Gable, he's a fantastic wrestler. I want Bayley to have a new look and a new song. Ali is gonna win this. I thought that was good. I thought it was good. Right, I've got to do this blooming forfeit thing, haven't I? I'm gonna have a break from Toxic Waste. For those of you that don't know, Toxic Waste is like these really sour sweets that every time I have them, I cry. Like, properly little tears going down my face. I bought this pack as well. It's got loads of, like, other different kinds of Toxic Waste items. This is not sponsored by Toxic Waste, by the way. Yeah, there we go. So, I'm going to save this. I feel like this is pretty interesting. Can't wait to get this open. So, we're going to put that to one side. I did get these hot chili chocolates. We've got mild heat. We've got medium heat. Fiery hot. And extreme heat. So what we're going to do is we are going to open this up. Keep seeing people saying that Grim has stolen the AEW Championship. Has he shown that he has actually got the belt? That's my question. Has he shown you the title? That's my question, right? I love Grim. And I think this is a cool little storyline. But has he actually shown you that he's got the belt? Because I'll tell you now, if Grim has stolen the title, that is the biggest story of 2019. Right. What we're going to do, I'm not going to rob you guys. You know I would never do that, yeah? I would never cheat you out of a forfeit. And I know some of you might be thinking, I bet he's going to eat the mild heat now. I'm not. I'm actually going to have mild heat and medium heat and fiery hot at the same time. All of them at the same time. So no messing around. I'm going to have all three at the same time. I seem to remember I didn't do this last time. We have done this before and they were hot. Last time I think I just had medium and mild at the same time. And that was enough. But now I'm going to throw in fiery hot. Doesn't sound good, does it? Fiery hot. Okay, here we go. Can't even get in. Can't even get into them. I need to be quick because we're going to go back soon. Oh, come on. Okay. Fine, let me have a look. People keep telling me about this. Let me have a look. Let's go over. Right. Honestly, looks photoshopped. Looks photoshopped to me. There we go. Right. Here we go. All three I've got fiery, mild, and medium. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Elias is on his way. I need to go. Oh my god, I need to just do it. I haven't even got time to wait around. I need to just do it. Okay, here we go. It's okay so far. Not okay anymore. Not okay anymore. Oh my god, not okay. Oh, not okay, not okay. Oh, I feel like Spyro. Oh, that is hot. That is hot. Burning my tongue. Oh my god. I haven't even got any water. I can't even talk. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to get oh my god. Oh, not good. Not good. Oh my god. Man, that is hot. That is hot. We've got Elias and Ali at the moment fighting on the outside. You're not missing a great deal. It's not like a technical masterpiece. It's just an all-out brawl. They're just basically Elias hurling Ali anywhere he can. Over the barricade into the timekeeping area. Oh, God, we've gone to another commercial break. Oh. I am actually quiet. I've nearly drunk the whole water. Oh, God, it's horrible. That's so hot. God only knows what extreme heat is going to be like. I didn't even have extreme heat. I had fiery. Did I have the wrong one or something? No, I didn't. I basically had mild heat, medium heat, fiery hot. There's another one. There's one even higher. Still hot, man. I haven't got any milk. I haven't got any. Oh. Hot, 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 baby. Hot, hot, hot. What happened to Bobby Lashley? That's good. That's good question, yes. You need some milk. I know I need some milk, I know. I looked, there isn't any. And that was the last bottle of water that was in the fridge. I think there's some more downstairs. Elias' theme song has too much grungy guitar. Finally got hold of the pat. Oh, that's very cool. We need a wheel of... We don't need a wheel of fun right now. We do not need a wheel of fun right now. Dave's going to have an Inferno match later. I'm having one right now, dude. I'm having one right now. Oh, my God. Absolutely on fire. On fire. Okay. It is settling down. Dave's I need to have a serious talk about the Wheel of Fun. I know we do. Eat bread. Oh. Next person informing that Jericho put out a promo on AEW's Twitter. Has he? AEW. Let's see what he said. Oh, here we go. He has. Let's see what he's got to say. He has. He's talking about it. It's on Twitter if you want to check it out. Some low-life scumbag. He's sat in a pool. I can't show you. You'll have to check it out for yourself on Twitter. He's sat in a pool with champagne. He says that he is imagining what he would do to that person. He's launching a worldwide investigation. He pours champagne into the glass and then just drinks it from the bottle. He's thrown it all into the water. There we go. Very interesting stuff. I heard bread helps. It is settling down. It is settling down. I've drunk a lot of water. So it is finally settling down. But that was hot, baby. Thought I'd have a break from the sour stuff, and instead I've just burnt my mouth. Right, we're back underway with Ali versus Elias. I think it's funny. Well, I'm glad you think it's funny. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, yeah? I'm glad. Ali is up on the second rope. We're already half an hour in. How amazing is that? Already half an hour in. Days, who do you think will win? I think that it will be... Oh, it's hard to call. It's hard to call. Oh, wow, that was amazing. Elias just reached out, I think, to the ropes to kind of climb up, get himself back up. And Ali just like did a 450 onto his arm. And now he's got a crossface in the middle of the ring. I said this is going to be hard to call. But right now it's not looking great for Elias. Crossface. Might even be a bit of blood on the tongue of Ali. Elias going over to the rope. He gets to the rope. He gets over to the rope. Go into the middle turnbuckle goes Ali. Strike across the back by Elias. Bang! Kind of a sit-down power bomb, but kick out by Ali. I was enthralled in the forfeit. That is a nice move by Elias. You've got to give him credit there. Look at that submission hold. Fantastic submission hold by Elias. And he's kicking the back of the head as well of Ali, and now he's stomping away. Good little match, this. Days, you got to be one of Jericho's private investigators. I wonder if it is storyline. I wonder if it is going to build towards something. I mean, it's got people talking. It's very, very clever if it is storyline. Very, very clever. Elias climbing up. Ali climbing up. Biggest fear? Don't know, dude. I don't know. Elias going up top. To the outside. Double axe handle, but he jumps into a super kick. Drake Maverick has got the AEW title so that he can now consummate his marriage. Shout out to James Barry. The Demon Finn Balor versus The Fiend. Ali is going up top. Ali is up top. What's he going for? Goes for a splash, but doesn't land it. Elias rolls out the way. People are on their feet here. I'm not doing this match justice, really, because of the pain that I endured at the start. And obviously the news continues about the AEW title. That's why it's so clever if it is storyline. Misses with an enziguri. Elias drops down on the back of the leg of Ali. Nice, drift away, and that could be it. 1, 2. Man, Elias just won clean. That could be his biggest win. No outside interference. He's just put away Ali clean. That's not great for Ali. think a lot of people thought that Ali was going to get to the final. I definitely think Raw will win King of the Ring. Shout out for Lord Tensai. King Elias. King Elias could be fun. Days, do you think the Fiend will show up at Clash of Champions? I'm gonna say no. Actually, I think that his focus is a little bit further ahead, isn't it? At Hell in the Cell. That was stupid. Ali is so much better than Elias. There we go. Elias sat on the throne. He's got the crown on his head. Almost every one of these King of the Ring matches, it has been very good. You're absolutely right. Ali could be injured, I suppose, but he looked all right there. He seemed to be moving all right there. Okay, Samoa Joe backstage with Kayla Braxton. Boo, it's Kayla. Where's Maurice? She's not really involved anymore. Days, how creepy would it have been if The Fiend was in the House of Horrors match? Yeah, it would have been creepy, but Bray Wyatt won that match anyway. Do you know what was quite interesting? That was originally meant to be his title rematch, but he ended up getting drafted over to Raw, and as a result, it was changed to a non-title match. So, I should imagine that bothers him. Not only did he lose the title to Randy Orton, but he never got... I don't think he ever got his rematch. I think he lost the title and that was it. The House of Horrors match was meant to be his rematch, but it was changed to a non-title match. We're backstage. We've got Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Backstage. No puppets. No puppeting. The Fiend will show up after Strowman wins the title from Seth at Clash of Champions. Decent crowd tonight. It only makes sense for Elias, honestly. He's been over for a while as a heel. I think he needs the win to progress himself. I suppose that's true. It's just that we see him more as someone that comes down and plays guitar and then gets interrupted rather than a wrestler. So maybe they're trying to build him up as being an actual threat in the ring, you know? I don't know. Isn't Maurice currently pregnant? She could be, couldn't she? I think they are expecting... Do you know what? I don't know. I think you're right. I think they are expecting another child, aren't they? I think it's another girl. So yeah, I think you're right. I really hope Prince Puma wins King of the Ring. Can someone tweet Undertaker to not turn up next week because of the Fiend? Well, I'm sure he knows. I'm sure he's seen. Days, there should be Queen of the Ring, and I should be Queen. You should. There should be Queen of the Ring. I totally agree with you. You know, if it is storyline, it could be CM Punk that start. That is a really, really good point. That is a really good point. If it is storyline. I mean, Jericho certainly seems very relaxed about it, doesn't he? He's kind of in a pool, drinking champagne. He doesn't seem to be that bothered, so... I don't know. I feel split on it. I think it's hilarious. Whether it's storyline or not, I don't really care. I think it's been done very well. If it is storyline, very, very well. Tell you, Chris Jericho is trending right now. I mean, there's a full-on police report and everything. And obviously he's spoken out about it. It's definitely the biggest thing going on at the moment. Brilliant. Hilarious. With Austin now involved with the contract signing, I'd bet my child that we see The Fiend during the contract signing. The opportunity is too juicy. There's a legend, Braun and Rollins. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that it's going to be a case that the lights go out and Steve Austin has become The Fiend. Not that he's wearing the mask. He's just been replaced. He's disappeared and The Fiend is in his place. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to next week. I think next week is going to be absolute fire. Cannot wait for next week. Days, do you think Baron Corbin will win King of the Ring? Well, I'm hoping that it's Ricochet. I do agree with people in the chat that say that it should be a heel. Should be a heel that wins it. But yeah, I think Ricochet would be the person I think is most likely. I would love for it to be Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable's been around as long as any of them in this competition. And he's never really had an opportunity as a singles competitor. This would really put him on the map. He's a fantastic wrestler. People sleep on Chad Gable. They don't really appreciate what he brings. I would like to see him victorious. But now that I've said that out loud, he's going to lose later tonight. You mark my words. Alistair Black, shout out to Jaden, OMG Vlogs. Dave says, I agree 100%, Mr. Days. Thank you very much, Mr. Dave. Shout out to James Barry. Justice for Ramblin' Rabbit. We are going back to SmackDown, and we do have Alistair Black. Hello. I don't know what they're doing with him. He's still waiting for someone to knock, isn't he? Says, if the mountain is not going to come to me, then I'm going to have to go to the mountain. Okay. So he's tired of waiting for someone to knock on his door. No one has. So now he's going to go down to the ring. Pick a fight with me. It's going to be Gargano. Wow, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Imagine if it is a call-up. Do you think Liv Morgan's going to come back and be Sister Abigail? We kind of spoke about it beforehand. I hope not. I hope not. But I've got to give it a chance on her. I've got to give it a chance. The Goddess. Just check the MSG website for Raw tickets. Still about half the venue available. God, it's a sorry state, isn't it, at the moment, wrestling? It's in a real sorry place. I feel like it's getting better, though. I do feel like I'm going into the shows with a lot more confidence than I was, say, this time last year. This time last year, you would tune in and you would expect it to be awful. Whereas now, I expect the shows to be at least average. So, that's definitely improvement. Fire and Desire are on the way. So, which one's Fire and which one is Desire? Is Mandy Rose Desire and is Sonya Deville Fire? What makes her Fire? Who is Fire and who is Desire? What is this about? I don't understand. So, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Fire and Desire. I do like Mandy Rose's music, I gotta be honest. It is cool. Right, square up, put your hair up. That's what Sonya Deville is doing. Mandy Rose laughing at Nikki Cross. Look, she's standing there. She's like, look at me. Look how glorious I am compared to you. Oh, flicks her hair. What a killer move that is. But Nikki Cross responds by punching her in the face. That was probably better. That was probably more effective thinking about it. Punching someone in the face is definitely going to cause more damage than slightly flicking your hair in their direction. Mandy Rose gives me a goo. I don't even know what that means. I think Mandy is desire and Sonya is fire. You like it? It's awful. No, I love the music. I do. I like it. This match will happen at Clash of Champions. Fire Sonya likes to fight, but not with Aleister Black. Desire, we all like Mandy. To be honest, I'm not a Mandy fan. I think she is average in the ring. I don't think I've ever seen a great Mandy Rose match. Will we see the 24/7 championship? Maybe. We didn't see it yesterday, did we? Tickets for front row opposite hard cam. $493. What? $493 for front row tickets. That is insane. They are charging way too much for that. Wheel of Fun we will do at the next commercial break. My throat is still on fire. If it lands on forfeit again, I'll end the stream. I'll end the stream. I won't cope because the next one is going to be Extreme Heat, isn't it? Drake Maverick stole the AEW title. Only in Britain will there be a Pokemon called Jigglypuff. The name is banter itself. There is one called, isn't there? Look, what I know about Pokemon, you could write on the back of a stamp. I never watched it. I never played any of the games. I know there's Pikachu, Ash, who I think's the little boy. And that's it. I mean, honestly, outside of that, I know of Jigglypuff. And that's it. Mandy could be fire, as in she's hot. And desire could be Sonya, as because she wants to succeed. But fire could be Sonya, as she's aggressive. And desire could be Mandy, as people desire her. Okay, I see what you're saying. So it could work either way round. Okay. I paid $600 for front row with Bobby Lash. You was at Bobby Lashley's sisters. Well, at least you got to see something memorable. At least you got to see one of the worst segments in the history of wrestling. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. 4 subs away. Yes, we are 4 subs away. The UK fans at TakeOver were so much fun. It was a really good crowd. Really good crowd. What about Wigglytuff? How dare you? How dare you? Oh, making me blush. Mandy Rose is overrated. I wonder how much money it is for pay-per-view tickets for the front row. Front row paper. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. Probably talking $1,000, $800 to $1,000. If we're talking like $500, $600 for front row at Raw, then you've got to be talking $800 to $1,000. Shout out to Matthew. Days, do you like Lacey Evans? I do, actually, yeah. I think she's put on a couple of really good matches. I think she's got one of the more interesting characters. She still needs to refine her in-ring work. It's a little sloppy, and that is me being very kind. But I think she's got great potential. I do actually think she can get there. I've seen enough to suggest that she is one for the future. I paid $500 per ticket for Raw in 2000. I could probably name 16 Pokemon out of about however many there are. Depends on the event. That is very true. Hate Days, do you think we will get a female faction triple pack like Riot Squad or Absolution? We could do. I can't think of any at the moment. I think they're probably more focused on tag teams and creating tag teams. I know that they were asking why the women's tag champs hadn't been down to NXT for a long time. I think Rhea Ripley wanted an opportunity at the titles, but she's kind of being used in the women's championship now, isn't she? Is it Rena Gonzalez that she tends to tag with? I know she was calling out the champs. It's all about money. True. WrestleMania is 10 grand front row. What is that about? Front row at WrestleMania can be 2.5 grand. Madness. Madness, I tell you. There's wrestling Pokemon. I didn't even know that. You never look like Alexa. I like Mandy. She is better than Sonya. Oh, I prefer Sonya. I think Sonya's a legit fighter. She's like trained in MMA. Oh, knees up by Sonya. She's quite a good striker, Sonya Deville, actually. There we go. Sonya taking the legs out. Mandy on the top. 2. Fire and Desire. So that was a non-title match because Fire and Desire just won. Fair play. Fire and Desire. Well, there we go. Fire and Desire win. We will do Wheel of Fun when we get to the next commercial break. We are 3 subs away from a figure giveaway, so if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, then make sure that you hit the subscribe, because we are only 3 subs away. 3 subs away from a figure giveaway. I don't want The Fiend to win a title, but if he does, I want him to hold all of the singles titles. Imagine him as kind of like Heath Ledger Joker with all of the mob's money. I prefer Sonya too. She looks like she could go toe-to-toe with Baszler. I agree. I think she could go toe-to-toe with Baszler. I think that'd be a very interesting match, actually. Shayna Baszler against Sonya Deville. You got to build her up, though. You got to give her some momentum. You got to give her some big wins. But if you had Sonya Deville picking up some victories, that'd be tasty. Backstage with Randy Orton. Right, it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Malcolm Cup of Soup Perv stole the AEW belt. You're absolutely right. You called it. You have definitely called it. It is Malcolm the Cup of Soup Perv. Right, let's spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Please, please don't be forfeit. I won't cope. I've run out of water. Oh, okay, that feels good. Yeah! Championship! Right. Right, mate. So, Aka by Sackersby is going to defend. Big Dog is already in this. So, we need 2 more people. So, I am going to need 2 more people for the poll. So, we are looking for the 20th person that gives me the word black. 20th person that gives me the word black. That high-low move is cool, yes. Here we go. Here we go. 20th person that gives me the word black. I was thinking about Alistair Black, you see. Can you see the delay? This isn't me. This is what YouTube do. Look at the weight that we're going under. I said the word about half an hour ago. It's not your fault, YouTube. And we're still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. There we go. Right. Boom shakalaka. Okay. Two, three, 5, 6. Oh, no way. Let me double check it. It is. Well done, Cal W. Cal W. You was the 20th. And moving on, we need the 15th person that gives me the word Sasha. 15th person that gives me the word Sasha. 15th person that gives me the word Sasha, Sasha Banks. Only needs to be Sasha. 15th person that gives me the word Sasha, Sasha Banks. Right, just a commercial break if anyone was wondering. Don't forget, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. Make sure that you join us as we are back again tomorrow. Back again tomorrow for NXT. Going back to SmackDown Live, baby. Okay, here come the Sashas. Almost done with the first hour. How amazing is that? Okay. Ooh, we're backstage with Gable. Joe bumps into Gable. Jaden OMG Vlogs. Well done, dude. Samoa Joe says to Gable, you're mentally weak. I really want Gable to win this. I am Team Gable. And I think this is a good sign that they're kind of building him up a little here. I think that's... They might. I think they're going to give Gable the win. Aka by Sackersby is obviously our champion. Won the championship yesterday, was it? And going to defend against Big Dog, who obviously was very kind in sending those donations through. Cal W, great friend of the channel. And Jaden OMG Vlogs, who's been with us for a long, long time. This is a really tasty encounter. Jaden OMG Vlogs. You are in, my friend. So, who should be champion? If you want to vote, go over to @WrestlingDays on Twitter. @WrestlingDays on Twitter. The poll, as you can see down there. Boom. Right, we've got Randy Orton in the ring. We've reached that 750 mark as well. Amazing. Randy Orton. So we will do that in a bit. So we've got a figure giveaway coming up. Need to change this over now. So the next one is when we get to 174. Boom. So we do have figure giveaway coming up. Okay. So this looks like it's a promo, a Randy Orton promo. He says 2 weeks away, and in 2 weeks' time, there's going to be a new WWE champion. He's saying that Kofi is not on my level. Dace, do you remember what Wheel of Fun is in Spanish? I don't know off the top of my head, no. Shout out to Ja Crispy. So he says last week that the sound of Kofi's skull bouncing off the mat. Okay, so we're just getting a recap. This is a bit dull, I'm not going to lie. It's not really holding my attention that well. RKO or Diamond Cutter? RKO for me. Shout out to Susu3. Please talk to me. I'm your fan. Hello, Callum. Hope you are well, my friend. How is WWE title match in Clash of Champions if the match is supposedly happening on Smackdown at MSG? That's how WWE promoted their return to MSG on their YouTube channel. I don't know, dude. Plans must have just changed. Things must have just got tweaked. So, little smirk on the face of Randy Orton. I gotta be honest, I mean, I was into this feud, but it's kind of getting a little bit lost, isn't it? I mean, there's the priorities, other things going on at the moment. That Roman storyline is much, much bigger than this. Randy Orton says, let's not wait till Clash of Champions. Of course, we will be live for Clash of Champions as well. We will be here doing our live watch-along. Should be a lot of fun. New Day, music hits. I don't think Clash of Champions is that far away, to be honest. Oh, hello. Kofi getting beaten up by the Revival. Revival are doing Randy's dirty work. Days, do you know the date for Clash of Champions? Do you know that's exactly what I was just looking at, and I got so far, and then I got distracted, and I ended up not doing it. Let me go back. Clash of Champions WWE is September 15th. So 11 days away. We're back this weekend as well for UFC. Should be a really good show. So we're going to be doing UFC this weekend. We're obviously back for NXT. Then we've got Clash of Champions coming up. And we'll very soon have the first NXT on USA Network. Just still haven't sorted. And I'm really... It's getting to the point now where I need to get that sorted. I'm excited about Clash of Champions. Should be good. When is the next figure hunt? This week. I tried to do it the other day. I couldn't get it done. A week from Sunday. You're absolutely right. I hope Randy wins at Clash of Champions. I agree. I agree. I can tell you it's Revival and Randy Orton right now. Thinks he's going to lay him out with an RKO. Ooh, kick to the midsection by Kofi. Kofi trying to fight back. Kofi on top of Randy Orton and the Revival. Drag Kofi off of Orton. Kicks. There you go. Watch Pro MMA. I just posted it on my channel. Fiend Orton at Survivor Series. That would make sense. I smell a 6-man tag match. Well, I don't know, because isn't Xavier Woods still out injured? There we go. Look, the Revival and Randy Orton celebrate in the corner, and Kofi is down in the ring. This is all a bit dull. I'm not going to lie. Bit predictable. Not very innovative. I mean, basically, we've just seen Randy in the ring talking trash. He calls out Kofi. Kofi's being attacked by Revival. It's just dull, innit? It's just old, boring. I feel like they could have done something much, much better than that. Days Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell. Will it happen? Don't think so. Bray wants either Seth or Braun at Hell in a Cell, doesn't he? Did you see that Zack Ryder got the 2-up tugboat? No. Going over to the corner. I feel like I've seen this angle a million times already. Yeah, it's boring, innit? It's dull. I can't even make it fun. I can't find a way of making what I'm watching entertaining, because it's just not. Although I do like the guy in the background. You see the guy behind the commentators. He's like, ah! He's like, yeah! He's loving it. He is loving it. That was cool. He's stopped now. Oh, he's being respectful now. But when we first went over to him, he was like, ah! Cool. What a great guy. So I think we're seeing the history of this weird storyline where things fell on Rome. I tell you, I don't think I've ever seen a clip as many times as I've seen that stuff fall on Roman. I've never seen any footage as many times as that. It's the most watched footage in my life. They show it several times every week. I can see him doing Kofi versus Fiend at Hell in a Cell. Randy is just boring. I don't get why he's still wrestling, to be honest. Days, you should do another big Royal Rumble for Clash of Champions like you did at SummerSlam. That was fun, even though I lost the championship. It wasn't me that was doing that. That was Jamie, wasn't it? Didn't Jamie do that? I think Jamie did it. It's all of that championship stuff. I love it. I think, you know, people are really into it. I think it's cool, but yeah, it's really difficult to like tell you what's going on screen and keep an eye on Wheel of Funds. And then obviously if we've got to do like forfeits and stuff and try and do polls, it's very difficult. So hopefully if Jamie's back, then send that idea over to Jamie. Because I thought it worked well. If this turns out to be Daniel Bryan, I am gonna freak. I think it will turn out to be Daniel Bryan. I feel like there was rumors that there's footage that's gonna show that Daniel was in the car. We'll have to see. Let's see. I wish The Undertaker still came out to Ain't No Grave. Who's your favourite between Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer? I haven't really got a favourite. I'm not a big tennis fan. I supported Andy Murray, of course. But, yeah, I don't... out of all of the sports, tennis is the one that I'm just not that bothered by. I will watch it if there's, like, an English person playing. I did watch Coco, you know, that young American. I was cheering her on. I wanted her to do well at Wimbledon. So I was watching her matches. But yeah, in regards to like Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal, I'm not bothered. So tonight, face-to-face, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns. Days, me and my son love your channel. And my son's name is Elihu? Is that Elihu? It's not a name I'm familiar with. Eli is E-L-I is Eli. Who? Elihu? Elihu. I'm going with Elihu. There's no one here to tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm waiting for someone to go, yeah, that's right, it's Elihu. But there's no one here. So I'm going to have to just tell myself that I am correct. If I've got it wrong, I am very, very sorry, but shout out to you, my friend. How is Kia? She is annoying. She's starting to feel better, even though her leg probably needs more time to heal. But you try and tell her to lie down, she ain't listening anymore. Like, she's up, coming over, like, ear wagging her tail. And you're like, hello, how you doing? You right, mate? Patting it on the head and everything. And then she'll go off, and then, like, 5 minutes later, she comes wandering back again. Just, yeah, I'm good still. How are you? Lie down, rest your leg, kind of a thing. And, yeah, she ain't listening. So, she's a nightmare, is the answer to that. Right, we need to do a figure giveaway. Look, let's give away Sasha Banks. This is, I think, the first Sasha Banks. And do you know what? I would recommend that whoever wins this, think about painting that hair blue. I think if you paint that hair blue, you're going to have a killer figure there. They haven't done a blue-haired Sasha. I should do it, shouldn't I? I should just do a live stream where I just sit here and paint the hair blue. And we just have a chat whilst I'm doing it. It's not really going to do much. But, yeah, I think that's quite cool. Imagine that blue, her hair blue there. That would be a killer figure. So, we're going to give this away. So, Sasha Banks, we're giving it away to celebrate the fact that we got to 153,750 subs. Thank you all very much if you subscribed. Really do appreciate it. We're on the road to 1 million. It's going to take a while. But next couple of weeks, I think we'll get there. So, yeah, we're going to give away Sasha Banks, the boss, the Bailey Turner. So we're going to give it away to, let's go deep into the chat. Let's go all the way to the 40th person. The 40th person that gives me the word Huskus. 40th person that gives me the word Huskus. Here we go. You could win a figure. Huskus. 40th person, then all you got to do is send me your address, postal address, and I will get it sent out. I'm looking for the word Huskus. Are you skilled in painting? No. No, I am atrocious. Days, what are you going to do at 1 million? Get my eyes checked. Rick Martel is coming to AEW. Rick Martel still alive? Is the model Rick Martel still alive? If he is, why are we not seeing him on WWE? Is he still alive? I never see him at conventions, but I honestly don't know if he passed away. That's like a really interesting name that I'm not sure about. Man, if the model Rick Martel is still alive and they haven't been using him on Raw. Probably because he said some bad stuff. Probably said some bad things. Right. Let's count these up. You don't want to hear me keep talking about Rick the Model Martel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $37, $38, $39, $40. Let me double check. 2, 3, 14. $37, $38, $39, $40. Well done to Ryan W. Well done to Ryan W. You are a winner! Well done, Ryan. Ryan W. Send me your full postal address and I will get that sent out to you. Right, Sasha Banks figure. Ryan W. Someone told me we had a new champion as well. Let me investigate that. I thought we would get... What's happened to Aleister Black? I keep expecting Aleister Black to come out, but it's going to be Andrade now. So, whoever Aleister Black is facing must be a big deal because they're saving it. Aren't they? They're saving it to lastminute.com. We do have a new champion. That new champion is Big Dog. Big Dog is the new champion. Well done. Big Dog. Well done, dude. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, so Zelina Vega walking down to the ring with Andrade. We are heading towards the next King of the Ring match. Andrade versus Chad Gable. This match should be fire. There we go. Well done. Look at this. I tell you what, for the longest time, we had that saying at the top, Bray Wyatt fan, and the one underneath saying Wolfpack. So it's very weird now to see two different names. Very strange. Okay, here is Chad Gable. I hope he can do it. Come on. He is just like a great little underdog, isn't he? Come on, Chad Gable. Think of the journey that Chad Gable has been on. He was in one of the most exciting tag teams. They got split up. Then he's just been lost in the wilderness. He teamed with Shelton Benjamin. That didn't work. He went over to Raw. Had a bit of success with Bobby Roode. But it didn't seem to fit quite right, did it? I really feel like Chad Gable is really the son of Kurt Angle. They got the wrong American Alpha. Zelina Vega says, I've got nothing but respect and admiration for you. Okay. So Zelina Vega says, I could believe that you could be King of the Ring if Andrade wasn't involved. in all fairness, there is no shame in losing to Andrade. I can't lose here. The only way I can lose tonight is if neither guy progresses. If these two wrestled some kind of crazy double count out and they both get eliminated, I don't care who goes through. I'm leaning towards Chad Gable, but I do love Andrade. I just don't feel like Andrade needs it, if I'm being honest. I think he's got a very, very bright future anyway. I'm not so sure about Chad Gable. He spent a long time in catering, so Chad Gable is a true underdog story. I'm going to go with the underdog days. Do you think we're going to see The Undertaker at Clash of Champions? I don't know. People are crazy about The Undertaker, aren't they? He's going to be on SmackDown next week. At this stage, I think that could just be a one-off appearance. I think it's just to sell tickets, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's to start any big feud. Might get a cool little Fiend moment, but... Okay, so Andrade is down. I do fancy Chad Gable's chances here. They gave him a little interview backstage. They're really making out that he's the underdog. He's down on the outside as we go to commercial break. Days, since Jamie isn't going to be here, I was wondering if I could do some of the polls. I need to see where he is, to tell the truth. I haven't looked into when he's back and all of that, Evan, but I will keep you in mind, my friend, because I'm always happy to accept help when it comes to polls. But obviously, if he's going to be back next week, then it would just be too many cooks. Too many cooks spoil the broth kind of a thing. But really appreciate you offering, dude. Really do. Days, I think next week we get a stare down between Sting and Undertaker. Then SmackDown goes off air. Oh, wow. I will explode like you've never seen me explode. That is my absolute dream match. What, you fancy Chad Gable? I fancy his chances. Is Bret the Hitman Hart returning to WWE? He has got a Legends contract. He was doing some promotional stuff for SummerSlam. But he's not going to be in the ring, like having matches or anything. Days, I hate to have to say this, but we probably won't see a Bray Wyatt match tonight. I mean, he's been out for 5 months and he's only had one match. Oh, hang on, no. Bray Wyatt match till Hell in a Cell. Yeah, maybe. You're going to see appearances and sneak attacks and things like that. So... if that's the case, if we don't see one till October, as long as we still see him and we get Funhouse episodes. I mean, honestly, yesterday was better than a match. Would you rather have seen a match like The Fiend coming down to the ring, or would you rather have seen that Funhouse where he's feeding money to Vince McMahon? For me, they're quite comparable. Like, I feel like it'd be cool to see The Fiend come out again, listen to his music. Has he got the lantern? Is it any different? So, yeah, it would be exciting to see one of his matches, but no complaints about that Funhouse. It was absolutely brilliant. Right, strikes from Chad Gable. Andrade backed into the corner. Back kick. Nice. Yeah, lots of swinging net breaker by Chad Gable. Zelina Vega getting a little bit concerned on the outside. I think good old Anda should win King of the Ring. Pork, beef, chicken, or lamb? Good question. I think if I was having like a nice Sunday dinner with vegetables and that, I would always rather have lamb. But chicken is a very versatile meat, so beef is my least favourite of those four. So chicken is probably the most versatile, so that I'd say that's maybe my favourite, but my favourite taste would be lamb. I really do like lamb. Gable is getting cheers. Good. Breaking AEW release Hangman Page. Nah. Gable is in a bit of a tree of woe here. I hate this move. Hate that move. Why would you hold on to the ropes when someone's jumping? You'd move out the way, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you try and get out of the way? Why do they never try and get out of the way? That's a pet peeve, that is. Look, why is he holding the ropes? Why is he just quite happy to accept that double stomp? I hate that tree of woe. Stupid move. That bugs me as much as reverse Ranas being kicked out of. Reverse Ranas should never be kicked out of. They are stunning moves. Nice little roll through by Chad Gable. Days, what superstar should I draw face painted? I don't know what that means, dude. Do you mean what face painted superstar? I don't know. Let the chat tell you. Right, Andrade feeling this. Gets hit with a German by Chad Gable. All right, Suplex City right now, baby. 2 Germans in a row. He's looking for a third, but a back elbow by Andrade. Nice little snap suplex, and Gable is down. Good little match, this. No surprise there. We knew it would be. Are Dustin Rhodes and Barry Windham coming to AEW? Well, Dustin Rhodes is already in AEW. Double knees by Gable. Gable knows this is his moment. He's climbing up. Crowder getting behind him. Moonsault connects. 1, 2. Oh, kick out by Andrade. Yes. Very cool. Very cool. Crowd is into this. They are, Cal W. You're absolutely right. I'm into this as well. Come on, Gable. Come on. Look at that moonsault. That is perfect. That moonsault is like top draw. Absolutely brilliant. Gets hurled into the corner. Oh, man, some good stuff going on here. Andrade into the corner. Gable moves out the way. Little roll up. Zelina Vega. Oh, he bridges and pins, and Zelina Vega distracting the ref. Oh, I want Jason Jordan. I want Jason Jordan to come running down and just spear Zelina Vega. Take Zelina Vega out. Oh, back elbow. Judas effect. Judas effect by Andrade. He's looking for the hammerlock DDT, but he can't get it. Roll through by Gable, who gets the win. Gable wins. Gable wins. He was ready, willing, and Gable. And he has got the victory. Scenes at SmackDown Live. Blood in the mouth of Gable. Brilliant. Really good, man. Really, really good. People are doing the old yes in the crowd. People are happy for Gable. I'm happy for Gable. It's the land of opportunity once again. I mean, not for Andrade, but for Gable. Chad Gable is in the King of the Ring semi-finals. Can he do it? Is he gonna be King of the Ring? I hope so. I hope so. You deserve it. You deserve it. So, Elias versus Gable. One of those will be in the final. Elias or Gable. How amazing is that? Elias or Gable will represent SmackDown. Well, I think we all want Gable, don't we? You got to choose between Elias or Gable. Zelina Vega cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Gable wins. Gable for King. Gable for King. I think Gable is the next Kurt Angle. If booked right, he could be. Half an hour to go. We've got the Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns face-to-face. We've got Aleister Black, who's going to come down and challenge issue an open challenge. Don't know who's going to answer that. Dun, dun, dun. Gable is the new Daniel Bryan. Gable reminds me of an old squeaky clean baby face from the 80s. I love him, man. I love Gable. They got something with Gable. They got something with Andrade as well. And yeah, they've got a good roster. I think they've got a lot of good talent, actually, coming through, you know, that hasn't really established itself yet. Gable being one of them, Andrade being one of them, Ali being another one, Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black, Ricochet. Here he is, look, Aleister Black. Yeah? I did some things you've never done, and we will never be equal. Alistair! Sheamus is injured. Is Ric Flair coming back to WWE? Yes. He's going to challenge Aleister Black right now. Two people do have Code Orange theme songs. You're absolutely right. One day we will get Aleister Black versus The Fiend, and Code Orange are just going to have to stand there doing both themes, aren't they? I did some things you've never done, and we will never be equal. Then they'll have to change it over to the other one. Catching fire in his mouth. Buddy Murphy will challenge Black. That'd be good. Days, what do you think Vince thinks about Alistair? Big future. He's actually pretty short, not even 6 foot. I thought he was really tall. I thought the same, actually. He is quite short. I don't know about big future. I think he's a fan. I think he likes him and rates him. And they've definitely got something there. Definitely. So I don't think you need to be tall. I think he's got an aura about him, hasn't he? But hard to know about big future. I mean, is he going to be as big as, like, Seth? I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think Rusev will answer Alistair's call. Okay. When will Dolph Ziggler come back saying it should have been me? Yes, he will. You're right. Just as someone is crowned at the end, he'll be like Jerry the King Lawler. He'll interrupt. He'll be like, it should have been me. It should be King Ziggler. King Dolph. Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it's someone tasty. And it doesn't turn out to be, you know, someone boring that we see every week. I want someone, either a return or a call-up or someone like that. Bit rough, though, isn't it, to go up against Aleister Black? I feel like this would be the perfect place for an NXT talent. You could do someone like Velveteen Dream right now. Not a call-up, just, do you know what I mean? They were backstage. It means they could talk about NXT. We're not that far away from NXT moving over to USA Network, so why not? Or could it be a build to a match at Clash of Champions? Is this the start of a new feud? Miz fought last night. CM Punk. It's going to be CM Punk. I tell you what, right now, it's going to be CM Punk. He's going to come walking out. He's going to have the AEW Championship. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'll do some things you never done. We will never be equal. Right, we are getting there. Happy for Gable. King Days sounds cool. Does sound cool. It'll never happen, but it does sound cool. Unless I marry the Queen. If I marry the Queen, then I would be King Days. Just have to see. We'll have to see what happens with Philip. Where is Rusev? Well, there's been lots to talk about. Is he going to sign a new contract? Is he not going to sign a new contract? Going to have to wait and see, aren't we? Right, here we go then, friends. So, Aleister Black is in the ring. Oh, there's someone already in there? Shelton Benjamin's already in the ring? That's not what I wanted. I didn't want this at all. So, hang on. So, Shelton had an entrance that we didn't see. Oh, what? What's this about? Black versus BS. Yeah, I'll keep it at that. Black BS. This is BS versus Benjamin. Great match already. Strike by Aleister. Knee to the head. Aleister Black goes to the outside. Okay, so Shelton Benjamin goes to the outside. I mean, I suppose it gives Aleister Black a win, doesn't it? Simple as that. Okay, throws Aleister Black into the ring. Shelton Benjamin going over, but back elbow by Aleister Black. Kicks to the midsection. Here we go, knee to the midsection, knee to the face. Oh, went for a strike. Kicks coming in, back elbow. Kicks to the back of the leg. Misses. I'll be honest, this isn't a bad match at all. Black Mass. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming. There we go. Thanks a lot for coming along. Done. Why doesn't Aleister Black just go after a title? Rather than waiting for people to challenge him, why doesn't he just take out Randy Orton or... Do you know what I mean? That was quick. Was quick. Black Mass, lights out. Why are they not pushing Black? He's awesome. Days, what's your favourite wrestling movie and or documentary? There's been some good ones on the network. I always think about the Andre the Giant one that was done recently. I think about the Bruno Sammartino one on the network. The Alondra Blaze one was excellent on the network as well. So I like all of those. I was a fan of Beyond the Mat, but I've kind of moved past that now. I've not really gone back and watched it again. I think it was good for its time, but... Oh, look, we're backstage with Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura in action next. There we go. Right, let's do Wheel of Fun, shall we? Get that out the way, because obviously we've got a big ending coming up to SmackDown, and we've got just less than 25 minutes to go. So, it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Right, Wheel of Fun time. Need to take championship off. It's already landed on championship already. Championship. Okay, here we go. Still haven't recovered from the forfeit. My mouth is still tingling away. Oh, where's that gone? Where has that gone? Oh, come on. Come on. Let's try and move it back. Okay, let's spin. Spin. Here we go. Slam attack! There we go. Slam attack. Right, mate. 3 packs of slam attacks. 3 packs of slam attacks. Going to give these out, and obviously a Wrestling Days autograph as well, little signature thing that I'll put in there. So that will go to the 15th person that gives me the word Roman. 15th person that gives me the word Roman. Okay, here we go. Gotta tell you, the cricket starts tomorrow. We've just seen an advert for it here. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are, where we come from. Shall we tell them who we are, where we come from? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It goes to Gary's World. Well done, Gary's World. Well done, dude. You are a winner. Well done, Gary's World. 3 packs of slam attacks. Send over your address to Wrestling Days at gmail.com, please, my friend. WrestlingDays at gmail.com. Send it through. Stream the cricket. Dude, it's on all day. It starts at 11 and finishes at about 5. And that's just day 1. A test cricket match can take up to 5 days to complete. And obviously there's loads of twists and turns, and you know, people get ahead, and then you're looking at it going, oh, I don't know if we're going to get back into this, and then you do, or sometimes you don't, and it's absolutely fascinating. And all starts tomorrow, and that is my day tomorrow. That is absolutely my day. I'll probably do a bit of research for a video or something, but I'll be sat here, probably here, maybe with nibbles. I don't know what nibble. I need to find some nibbles. Watching the cricket, England, Australia. Right, we do have the 24/7 championship. Oh, hello. Bollywood boys trying to win that title. Okay, we just had a lucha on a trunk go rolling past. One of the B team, Curtis Axel, trying to pin. And now Bo Dallas trying to get the pin. Oh, Bo Dallas did. Bo Dallas did. Bo Dallas. B-team! B-team! Well, that was his own fault. Why does his missus care so much about that 24/7 championship? Why does she care? Bo Dallas, baby! Days in cricket. Do both teams bat? Yes. One team bats first. Once you've got all of their guys out, then you bat. Then they've got to get you out. Then they bat again. You've got to get them out. And then you bat again. So each team bats twice. That's why it takes 5 days, or can take up to 5 days. Shinsuke Nakamura. Right, I don't know. Is this a match? I mean, Shinsuke is in wrestling attire. I like Shinsuke as IC champion, actually. There's a lot of talent out there, you know? And that belt does just elevate him above it. I think the belt works on Shinsuke. Guy in the crowd, nodding along. Yep, he is our IC champion. He's great. I'm a big fan of Shinsuke. Yeah, he's facing a jobber. Brilliant. Yes. Oh, there we go. They said tonight your name is The Miz. Oh, Gingerbeard. I don't know what he is. Miz. Two 2.0. Well, I wonder who's winning this. Nakamura, the IC champion, or this jobber. Knee to the midsection. Sami Zayn is talking during the match, kind of very similar to how Lio Rush used to. Forearm strikes. Ooh, this guy firing back on Nakamura. Nakamura looking very frustrated. How amazing is that, though? Imagine if you, as that jobber, get to wrestle a match against Shinsuke Nakamura. And Shinsuke kicking away at this jobber. Got him up on his shoulders, putting him on the top ropes. How long we got left? We've got about 15 minutes left of the show. It's been an alright show. It's been alright. Had some good matches. Here we go. Setting him up for the Kinshasa. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke wins. Sami Zayn putting Jimmy Hart to shame. The jobber kind of reminds me of a bald Bradley Cooper. That is one pale jobber. It is a pale jobber. You're absolutely right. Jobber Barry Horowitz 2.0. Days, who do you think would challenge The Fiend? I don't know who would be stupid enough. I feel like Randy Orton could. Okay, now the B team are in the ring. Bo Dallas still with that championship belt. Drake Maverick's in there. Grand Metalik, the Bollywood boys. Are we going to get another title change here? One of the Singh brothers. Both the Singh brothers are down. Oh, Drake Maverick rolling up Bo Dallas. And Maverick wins the title back. People don't care, though. That's the only problem. There's no reaction straight. Like, people aren't cheering, going crazy because they've just seen a title change. Is it losing it? Is it starting to lose its appeal? Maybe it's not. Because R-Truth was hiding over by the throne. R-Truth rolling up, Schoolboy. And it's back on R-Truth. There's a reaction that time. R-Truth. Well, there we go. Just as I was questioning it, R-Truth comes and saves the day. Daniel Bryan wants an apology from Roman Reigns. Face to face coming up next. R-Truth is 14-time champion. I thought the crowd cared then. I didn't think they did when Drake won it back, but I think they did when R-Truth won it. Zayn needs a new direction because this angle isn't going to do anything for him unless he's going to be a manager. New 7-Eleven champion, European champion. Days, imagine if Balor wins the Royal Rumble and challenges The Fiend for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania as the Demon. That would be great. Fiend should win, though. But yeah, that would be cool. No one gets excited because it's the same two winning the title back and forth. Good point. One day we will tell our kids about those beautiful few minutes when Bo Dallas was 24/7 champion. That was a historic moment in history. Mr. Monkey, you are absolutely right. Nailed it. You called it. The belt needs more. Yeah, you're right. Do you know what? Brent is absolutely right there. Those roll-up pins are so annoying. There's no, like, actual fighting or matches, is there? There's just sneaking up behind, schoolboy, roll up. Yeah, I agree. It is annoying. R-Truth needs to interrupt The Undertaker next week. It is losing its steam. R-Truth is the most times champion. That was fun. I really wanted to Bo leave. They kind of ruined the title when Kevin didn't bother with it. That's a good point. Yeah, that was last week. There was a little backstage interview, and he said that he's got too much on his plate at the moment. The last thing he needs is people chasing him around. I don't know. It wasn't really the strongest reason, was it, to not pin or take that opportunity? I've got the Demon winning that match against The Fiend. I hope not. I really hope not. I can see a clip being shown of Bryan either pushing crates or telling Rowan to do so. The rumor is that Bryan was driving the car. So let's see. It needs actual matches. Hello, Bullet Club 72. Yeah, I'm having a decent day. SmackDown's been entertaining. There hasn't been a great deal to freak out over or get lost in. I think we've had some solid matches. I'm looking forward to this last bit. See what happens with this storyline. This is like the big storyline, isn't it, at the moment? So let's kind of see where we go from here. I don't think The Fiend is that good of a wrestler. If The Fiend wins the title, who could you see beating him? I think you could make an argument for quite a few people, but I wouldn't have him lose that title for a long time. And actually, I wouldn't have him lose it one-on-one. I'd do it in a triple threat where he's not involved in the finish, or a fatal four-way, or put the title on the line at a Royal Rumble. Something like that, you know? I think there's lots of ways that The Fiend could be champion for a long time and then lose the title and not be involved in the finish and not lose any momentum, not lose any... just not lose. I mean, I suppose technically it would still show that he had lost, but, you know, losing a Royal Rumble doesn't really count, does it? Losing a Battle Royal or something like that? Losing a gauntlet match that you have to start at number 1? Right, we have gone back. So, there we go. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. Clash of Champions. The match has been made. Gonna head out for tonight, up for work in 3 hours. No way, dude. That is insane. I don't even know how you do it. I could not function after just 3 hours sleep. I would be a mess. Okay, the new Daniel Bryan making his way out. What? What am I doing? Bryan and Reigns. Face. Maybe Funhouse Bray loses it. Maybe. Next week, Madison Square Garden. Get excited. We're in the Big Apple, baby. Baby. Can't stop doing that now. Kofi Kingston's a bad influence. The sign in the crowd that says, "Don't be fickle." Fickle. No, we haven't seen Liv Morgan, have we? That's a really good point. Daniel Bryan chant. Daniel Bryan. There we go. He says, "It finally looks like there's a group of people that believe me." There is a group as well. There's a real yes chant going on. There we go. Okay, please be good. Whatever's going to happen in the next 7 minutes, please be good. There we go. Daniel pacing around, saying they think I'm guilty. There we go. So Daniel saying that he has said this whole time he had nothing to do with it. Good. I'm liking this. Very passionate. He says they might not like me as a wrestler. They might not like what I've got to say. But what they can't say is I am a liar. Oh, please be good. Please give us some. Daniel Bryan says he hates liars. So he wants an apology. So he wants an apology, not just for the spear, but because he was being called a liar. Roman is making his way out now. Gotta tell you, I'm really loving this passionate Daniel Bryan. I mean, we've seen him in tag team wrestling for a while. Kind of forget what he can bring to a promo and what he could bring to a singles program. But him against Roman, just imagine that as a feud. If it turns out to be Daniel Bryan... Oh! Rowan from behind! Rowan from behind! Okay, I mean, obviously Rowan is facing Roman. But Daniel Bryan fell out with Rowan last week. So, what is happening here? What is going on? Roman is getting destroyed at the moment. Oh, Daniel went over to Rowan, and Rowan has just pushed Daniel away. So it seems like Rowan he's gone rogue. We've got rogue Rowan. That's what we've got right now. Hurls Roman into the ring post. That was interesting. Very interesting, the way that he pushed Daniel away. There's actually a chant for Roman. Could you have imagined that, like, a year ago? But they are chanting for Roman. Rowan towering over Roman. He picks him up, plants him down. I want to hear from Rowan, or I want Daniel to get in the ring. He is. Rowan's going for the microphone. Here we go. Just says Roman a few times. we go. He says, the joke's on you. Rowan's like, hey, buddy. Hey, Daniel. Wow, this is interesting. Rowan saying, no one can control me. I'm not anyone's puppet. Nice. So Rowan is saying to Daniel, step into the ring right now. Slap me in the face. Get in the ring right now and slap me in the face. Is this a face turn? Is this going to be a face turn for Daniel? There we go. So Rowan says he's proud of crashing the car into Roman. So it was Rowan. So it was all Rowan. Not Daniel Bryan by the looks of it. Daniel not involved. This is going to be really interesting because he's getting some steps. He's going to try and beat up Roman. Is Daniel going to stop him at all? I want to know if we're getting a face turn. I want to know if Daniel's going to get involved or what he's going to do. Daniel has come round. He's saying, I'm your friend. This is interesting. This is real interesting. Slap from Daniel Bryan. Daniel slaps Rowan. Rowan gets Bryan and plants him through the commentary table. Nobody tells me what to do. Roman's down. Daniel Bryan is down. Rowan reigns. Rowan reigns. There we go. Rowan reigns. No one touches me. He's lost his mind. He's absolutely lost his mind in a glorious way. He's a monster as well. He is so tall. Towering over Roman. So it looks like Daniel Bryan had nothing to do with it. It was Rowan that drove the car. It was Rowan that knocked all that stuff backstage. Fascinating. That's just a taste. That's just a taste. 10 out of 10. That was good. It was good. It was good. I like it. I don't know what it means for Daniel Bryan. Face turn? Not sure. Not sure. That may have just been a breakout segment for Rowan. He is a monster. He is an absolute monster. So I hope it is. I really do. That was fire. Best SmackDown so far. Bryan face turn. I can't sit here and say yes, it's a face turn. I can't do that yet. So gonna have to wait and see. New theme. People hear puppet and freak out. SmackDown Live, very good SmackDown other than the jobber match. He is being controlled. He says no one controls me. Yeah, he says I'm no puppet. Fiend reference. Well, I mean, no, I don't know. I think, I mean, he was part of the Wyatt family, wasn't he? Could it be just more of a statement to distance himself from the Wyatt family? Rather than him saying, yes, I'm working with the Fiend, but I'm not a puppet. Is he saying, like, I was part of what the Wyatt family, but I'm not a puppet. I'm not what Bray Wyatt is now. I'm not going to be controlled anymore. Basically breaking out onto his own. Rowan is no puppet. Puppet's Bray. I think people are reaching there. I really do. I think people are reaching. Days check 205 live. It continues. I've never been that impressed since I checked it recently. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Definitely a breakout moment. I agree with that. I think Rowan needed this push. Good night, because the match was short and dull. Yeah, I don't think it was like 10 out of 10. I think the ending was really good. Thought it was a solid show. I'm at around about a 7.75, something like that. Awesome Raw and SmackDown. I'm glad that people enjoyed it. People seem to really enjoy it. People are saying, like, best SmackDown. I don't know where that came from. We had Aleister Black against Shelton Benjamin. Don't know. It was solid. But 10 out, like, everything was perfect. 10 out of 10. I'm not feeling that. Bailey and Eric stole the show. Rowan and Daniel are advertised in matches later this fall. Keep Rowan away from the Fiend. Yeah, I don't disagree. Right. That is it then, guys. I think we are done for this evening. Plenty to mull over there. I wouldn't read too much into that puppet reference. I don't think there's anything in it. I really don't. Of course, I could be wrong, but I think Rowan is branching out onto his own. People are desperate to put people with the Fiend, aren't they? People are like desperate. They're like, it's Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is gonna be Abby the Witch, and now people are like Rowan. Rowan is definitely joining. So let's call it down, and let's see where it all leads. See what happens at Clash of Champions. But yeah, really enjoyable show. Two good shows there, Raw and SmackDown. So, and next week looks immense because next week we've obviously got Stone Cold and we've got Undertaker as well. So exciting times ahead, and NXT tomorrow. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe, and then you can join us again tomorrow for NXT. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully, see you again next time. Bye for now.